What's up, everybody? Coming at you with another comic book video. Sorry. So, all right. I've been waiting for this one for a while. This one is a little weird. So, Spider-Man Life Story, in case you don't know, is pretty much telling Spider-Man's life story. It goes from, his days as a teenager all the way to him as an old man, which is pretty much what he is right here. The dude's like probably, 70, 80 years old in this and still trying to be a hero. And this is the last one. And it was okay. This is kind of the weaker one in some ways because I really don't know what their mission was. And when I say their mission, I'll explain in a minute. But all of these have been pretty solid. I really thought that this was a cool concept, and I still do. And I would like to see more of these. So I think you could do it, set it in the same universe, and take other characters from that time, because they start off pretty much in the golden age. All of the heroes are there, and just tell the story again. Go from decade to decade. I think that would be really cool. I think this is a really interesting idea, and I think they probably will do something like that. We'll see, but I wish it would have been longer. One cool thing about this is it took like all of the really cool moments from the history of Spider-Man and inserted them into big moments in our history. And it's also really interesting to see a hero age up like this. I don't think that's ever really been done like this. Really interesting stuff. So I've really enjoyed this run. Plus, Chip Zdarsky's writing it. If you haven't read his spectacular Spider-Man run, it's not even that long. I think it's like 30 issues. The first 5 are the first 4 are absolutely atrociously bad. They're stupid. Had Spider-Man wearing a tuxedo going to like a comedy club. It was terrible. And then for some reason out of nowhere, the dude just flipped the script and it became the best Spider-Man comic I think I've read in years. It is really good. So I was really sad when they took him off and ended that book, and then they brought in Tom Taylor and did Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. It's like, what are you doing? You have like a runaway hit right here, and you're taking it off and you're putting Orange Man Bad Taylor on here. Who, by the way, spread his Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. It's going to be a fun one to do tomorrow. But yeah, this is pretty much it. They go into the moon to do something with Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom has some moon base, and he's going to take out the world or something, and they're going to the space station to take it down. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Venom shows up with Kraven, because in like the 3rd issue, if you remember, Kraven gets taken over by the symbiote, but the symbiote had already like devoured him, and it's all skeleton, and that's it. But here's the really cool thing is turns out Miles Morales, who shows up and he's pretty much becoming the new Spider-Man, why Peter's aged out, is actually Otto Octavius. So we get a throwback to the Superior Spider-Man, which was really cool twist. I liked that. We get like a whole little Superior Spider-Man take back. We even get them fighting in the Mindscape, which, if you remember, that run happened, and Aunt May shows up and tells him, this isn't what a hero does. You want to be a hero, you need to stop. And Otto goes back and gives his body back to Miles Morales at the end. We see Peter die a heroic death, saving the world from that falling space station or whatever. And at the end of the book, Otto gives his body back to Miles Morales, which is nice, and that's a good throwback to the Superior Spider-Man. And then the series ends with pretty much Miles taking over the mantle, because Peter's gone from that space station explosion, and that's it. That's really it in a nutshell. This is a very good series. The trade paperback should be out in a month. Marvel's really quick at pumping those out. A little bit better than DC. DC Comics takes a long time. I remember like waiting for the White Knight to come out. That took like 6 months. Whereas like Marvel will, at least to their benefit, they'll have the trade paperback out like at least maybe 30 days after, a run stops. So I would say that within the month, you should be able to find Spider-Man The Life Story trade paperback. I'd absolutely pick it up. It's really good. You don't need to know anything to read it. It helps if you know some history of Spider-Man, but you could sit down and just read it and enjoy it. I think it's probably I had a lot of fun reading it. It's probably one of the better Spider-Man runs in a long time. It's self-contained. You don't need to buy 35 million comics to enjoy it. And I think it's really good. So check it out. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and, share the video, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.